If you or someone you know is an entertainer of some sort and they're looking for extra exposure, tell them foulmouthowl@yahoo.com. We get several submissions every week, much of which is crap, but keep sending it. We found a handful of great artists and we are going to be bringing them to you. Don't forget, foulmouthowl@yahoo.com. Don't forget to find me on Facebook. I have 2 pages, my personal Foulmouth Owl page, which you're more than welcome to friend me, and our entertainer page. Please find that and like it. Look for the entertainer page. It's the one with the black and white logo. Please like me and tell your friends. Don't forget 5 for Foulmouth Owl by Friday.
Nothing left to chance, I can see it clearly, and here is now the end. What goes around comes back around. Now can't you feel it like I can? What goes around comes back around. Now can't you feel it?
Than that.
Hey, everybody!
That's crazy.
We are not talking about that.
No, we're not.
Yeah, no.
My George Bush sounds like Elvis. That's what I was told last week.
Booked into
Oh, let's hear
the
it.
Utah County Jails.
What was the...
Dead on.
It sounded just like him.
My penis got caught in the door jam.
It does kind of sound like an Elvis-y Bush, doesn't it?
Elvis-y Bush.
Put my whole entire penis into a jar of peanut butter.
Hilarious.
Me and Mrs.
Holy
Bush,
shit.
we went to the swingers convention with New England Flings.
Yeah, everybody there was
Dot
named Bush.
net.
It was crazy.
New England Flings. Dot, what
What's
else?
the name? Bush? They wanted
Flings
Bush.
with a Z. Dot net. So there's a free plug.
Amazing.
It does look like George Bush.
We are.
Grandpa?
George Bush's oil is now worthless. That's what Bush looks like. We're talking about a picture here. Welcome back to the Foulmouth Owl Show. We're talking about a picture here that Ashley brought in with her of some jackhole. We're going to talk about him here in a few. So we're going to continue the interview with the young men here from the Last Valorians. What's up with the arm pump?
Oh, we were just looking at the picture.
Yeah.
On
I do that anytime I want them to be quiet.
That's right.
Yeah.
It doesn't work.
That's like Boy Scouts. They do that in Scouts.
Yeah.
It's this whole thing.
You have to use
Yeah.
the bathroom, you do this.
Really? I just usually pee on something.
I don't know.
I just whip it out and go.
That's what we were talking about earlier is stuff you do as adults. I can't wait to try Viagra. I haven't tried it yet. And the other thing I can't wait to do is the adult diapers, man.
Oh yeah,
Just let it rip.
I fully agree with you.
I would never shit in that one. That's disgusting. But, you know,
I
if
would
you
do
got
it
to
and
pee,
then go
just
to
let
a
her go.
grocery store and just walk around and be like, oh, dude, that guy's old. Let him go, and just pulling stuff out of the freezer.
No,
It'd be
Rob,
great.
I'm not talking about just wearing the Depends. I'm talking about wearing it under my stuff so I could just say, how you doing?
Wall on Viagra.
Well, yeah.
Oh, man.
Might poke a hole in it.
I'd be like a statue, a fountain statue then.
Porcelain fountains.
I'd be like that guy from that commercial. What's that commercial? It's like Viagra. It's something else.
Cialis.
Cialis, the Bob Enzyte. That's what it is.
Enzyte.
Everybody's sitting on his lap.
That dude is
Smiling
happy.
Bob.
Yeah,
Smiling Bob. That's him.
Bob. He's happy. Yeah.
All right, so back to some more serious business here. It says here that Chad's goal is to ass fuck his way around the world, country by country. He's pretty ahead of the curve. We need to find out about his Ireland experience on his birthday.
All right.
Chad, what the fuck is going on your birthday in Ireland?
Are you gay?
Oh well, I wasn't in Ireland. Well, I mean,
Technically, he was in
I
Ireland,
was
but
in Ireland.
Is Ireland some gay guy?
No, Ireland must have been
No,
a girl.
actually. Contrary to popular belief, I'm actually straight.
Okay.
But
Nobody
your
thinks that.
partner was pointing to me saying, what do you mean actually straight? I would say I'm fucking straight.
I'm actually
Oh,
straight,
he's
as
thinking-
in I'm not gay, whatever. I don't have to
Are
explain
you
myself.
bisexual?
Anyway,
He don't have to explain his non-homosexuality to you.
even though I lived in Key West, I
Gay.
like girls. So anyway, all right. It was last summer, and it was my birthday, and I turned 21. My buddy Andrew came down for the entire week, and every night we went out and just got obliterated, just shitty, completely hammered, smashed at the bar. Irish Kevin's is the bar. So if you're ever in Key West, go to Irish Kevin's.
So is that the Ireland
shit.
part of this?
No, actually. It's funny. I didn't even think about that. It's Irish Kevin's, and anyways, so our goal was to try and hook up with a girl every single fucking night, and it never happened.
No,
However,
that's no good.
let me finish.
Write it down, Albert.
Oh, I'm
However,
going to let you finish.
was
and then
not
you're
a
gonna
dry
really
week.
get it. Go ahead.
the last night,
This is
Andrew
Florida
was
we're
there.
talking about.
Last night, Andrew was there. We were at Irish Kevin's again, and this was just the night. It was his last night there, so we were like, "Fuck it, we don't even care if we don't hook up with a chick. Let's just get fucking hammered." So we did, and these two Irish chicks came up to me, like from legit Irish girls, like from Ireland, and
Were they playing bagpipes out of their vagina?
yeah, they were. It was crazy.
Awesome.
No, but
They were hiding Scotland.
That makes them authentic.
yeah, so I can't really remember what the hell we talked about, but one thing led to another,
Made sense
and
at the time, I'm sure.
they came back to my place, and yeah, I violated the hell out of mine. Yeah. So basically, I put it in her ass.
Oh,
That was a nice thing.
Hey, Albert.
what a birthday present.
Tradesman's entrance.
Yeah, let's play a game. It's called Oops, I'm Inside You.
Did it
story
make you
short.
go faster?
I don't know. I was no, actually, dude, I was hammered. Dude, when I'm drunk, I can go forever.
Me too. But guess what? There's
And I
one
wasn't-
thing that you can't look at. Giggity, giggity, giggity,
And I
giggity, giggity.
wasn't drunk. I was fucking. I was smashed, dude. I was done. I don't know how I walked home.
I don't know how she walked home.
Yeah, you know what? Cowgirl. She walked home like a cowboy.
Bow-legged.
Bow-like.
Bow-legged.
Boat-legged.
Boat-legged.
Because you're supposed to be
With it was
the Mr.
Key
Throw It on the
Boat.
Table guy.
Boat-legged.
Hey,
So anyway.
let's let him throw it on the table, Al.
No.
None of us want to do that.
He could throw it on Ian. He can go.
No, I
That
just
is
don't wanna
rule
see
number
that.
7. Did you read the rules?
It is.
No, we didn't get that on the updated rules yet. They haven't. They don't
Not
have
until we
the
lay
updated.
plastic down.
You can throw it on Ian's desk over there.
Yes!
It's a new
And he
rule.
don't care.
Ian's
He'll
desk.
stamp it.
Table.
He's at his desk. He's working hard. He's getting some
Throw it up
bushisms
there. He'll
ready.
go like this. Look. He'll be like
He
this,
knows
look.
he's going to have
He'll
to
be
come
right,
in
go like this.
with some bushisms here shortly.
He'll push it. He'll push it away.
Hey, stop that.
Yeah, stop
Get
that.
that off my desk.
Give it
He'll
the
be like,
US,
"Ooh, you bitch."
USDA stamp.
Says here somebody got an
100%
award
beef.
for fucking somebody on top of the Waffle House while the rest of you guys were in the parking lot below, and that same person likes to take shits in children's toys and thinks it's funny. Who could this be?
Him! Ballhead guy.
That would be our bass player.
Dustin?
Dustin.
What is this all about, buddy?
I used to work at Waffle House.
What, the bathroom was out of order?
One thing led to another.
Somehow
I
I
was
ended up
drunk
on the
at work.
roof.
We went upstairs, up the ladder, and yeah, over the balcony thing at Waffle House.
When you say the bathroom was out of order, every Waffle House is kind of just a giant bathroom.
Yeah. Unisex.
Tiled
is
floor,
Come on, give me a
tiled
break.
walls.
No better place
Filthy.
to have sex. You just hose
Yeah,
the
so he
place
was
down when
courteous
you're
enough to take the lady
Yeah.
on the roof.
And
Exactly.
guess what?
And
He
then nail
took
her up there
the
versus in
fall.
the-
He says I'm a dick, and I was.
I'm
You
still
jerked
with that
off
girl.
all night?
You shouldn't say that.
I am still with her.
Best waffle
Once you go
ever
Waffle
had.
House, you never go back.
Yep.
He was still with her by the time this airs.
Yeah, exactly.
The following week, he will be single again, ladies. You want to give him your email address, Dustin? Might as well set you up.
Which
Did you
one?
take the syrup up there?
He wants to meet you at the Waffle House in Smyrna after the
Yep.
show.
Yeah, there you go.
Straight Crisco.
His code name is the Waffler.
He's stepping it up now, folks. He's gonna have sex at the
Was it
Smyrna
the
Diner. He's gonna go right past
be
the
up there
Waffle
looking.
House, and he's gonna stop pooping in people's toys. He promises.
Maybe. That's a possibility.
One of you guys has random doll parts hanging from your bedroom ceiling. Colton, This is most likely you.
What else? What does it say? Something about working out naked, maybe?
No.
No.
I threw that in there so
It
that
says
you
you're
would
very
mention it.
quick to snap and you think something's. What's talking to
He
him
was
like
very
that?
nice tonight.
It's
He
not
sat
really
back.
doll parts. I have some hobbies. I make models, and there's parts all over my house of models.
Dolls, like female models, like
No.
hot
They call 'em-
chicks
they
that were
call 'em
cut
playing
up
with
into
dolls.
They
pieces.
call him. What do you call him?
Fantasy war games.
What the hell?
Yeah, look at Colton. The first thing you think of is, hey,
Giant nerd.
He just works out.
What, you got
and
torsos
beats
and all
people
kinds
up.
of shit hanging from...
No, they're only
Dinosaur
about this
parts.
big.
He
Just
looks
like
like he looks like an American version of Rock,
Yeah, he does.
Right?
Mini Rock.
I just bought a
Exactly.
picture.
Young Rock.
He actually just bought a picture at Goodwill for $2 of The Rock. He sent a picture of the picture to me, and I said, "Oh, they sell my portrait there. Every American family should have that instead of a family portrait." But
Can you
Not
tell
everybody
why
can
he
have
has
this
doll
much
parts
beauty.
in his room?
Can you smell what Colton's cooking over
Yeah,
there?
right.
Yeah.
no, but
Yeah.
they
Smell this bullshit. I'm cooking.
they call them dolls. I call them models. Whatever.
Well, tell us some crazy stories. It says you hang out with the hottest women in the world, and they're in
How's
doll
that
parts,
possible when you live around
Dude,
here?
it's true.
We don't live around here.
and they're in parts in his apartment right now.
It is true. I have a lot of friends who are hot girls, but they just kind of keep me around as
Plaything.
a friend.
I mean, look at him. They flock to
There
him.
ain't nothing wrong with that. So
Can you tell
fuck
that,
all your friends.
Friends with benefits.
Can you tell that
Yep.
Rob wrote this? There's nothing in here about Rob. Rob
Yeah.
is an angel. He goes to church on Sundays and he plays in the band, church band.
Oh, you're such
in
a
the choir.
good guy.
Rob's not allowed in church. Rob gets kicked out of everywhere.
Rob actually is banned from all Victoria's Secret in the world.
Yeah,
Actually,
why
that's
don't you
true.
tell
I do
that
have a letter
story?
to prove
Come on,
that.
That's a good.
Do you
that's a
sit
good
around
one.
the changing room and
Can I get a copy of that letter for the website?
Yeah, I
right.
can try to dig it up. I had it framed for a while, but my parents didn't think that was funny. So
Tell us about that. What the hell did you do in Victoria? Were you trying to shit on or?
no, sadly no. They do not make large men's
You're shitting
sizes
in a
in
D-cup.
Victoria's Secret. Yeah. No, a friend of mine and I got trashed and decided it would be funny to try to pay semi-attractive people at the Christiana Mall to try on lingerie for us. The associates at Victoria's Secret, however, have some sort of policy, written or unwritten, that says you can't do that kind of thing. We got mouthy, and they banned us, and they walked us out, and then they got our names and everything, and we got sent a letter from the national chain that said we were no longer allowed in Victoria's Secret. For lewd
Anywhere.
behavior. Yeah, it was great.
So do you get
Well-
carded if you go in there now? I mean, how do they know you are?
I don't know. I don't go in there.
Next
I
time
just,
and go
it's
like
ruined
this.
me.
I'm a horny motherfucker.
They just
Yeah, I ruined
they just
it.
have a giant poster. Of,
Yeah,
Yeah, his pictures in the back.
He just
Yeah.
peeks in the window.
exactly.
At the liquor stores where they put all the bounced checks.
Exactly. There's a picture of
Picture
me.
of Rob
It's
up
just
on
Rob.
behind the
I don't
register.
think it's Rob. I think
It's at the mall directory. It's got it.
Yeah, right.
Rob.
He's trying to
They have a
blame.
no
I would
Rob
definitely-
policy.
Squig's trying to blame it on Chad. No.
I think it's Chad.
No, trust me, I would definitely take credit for that.
Yeah, that's all. Well,
Chad
all,
doesn't have to pay.
Yeah, I don't have. They pay me. They're like, dude, please come watch me get naked, and I'm like,
Shove that
fine.
70-pound ass in a pair of underwear.
No, and then Chad's like, "Let me go get Colton. That's cool."
All right, so
Yeah.
we've listened to some of your music, and it's pretty heavy.
hated
It's
it.
not over the top heavy, but it's pushing the edge there. Who are some of your influences?
Man.
Colton.
I'm your influence.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Colton, I am my own biggest influence.
Who writes the music most of the time? How does it come out? Is it words first? Is it music?
It's usually music first,
Okay.
words second.
Who's in charge of that? Who usually spits out the riffs?
Colton.
Yeah, that's
Colton.
pretty much all
Okay.
Colton. And then I just follow him, and then Colton pretty much writes.
So the bass and
John's
drums
parts.
get going, and then you guys just kind of fall
Yeah.
into there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cool, cool.
Pretty much.
I mean, do you have to literally write all this down?
No, I
hell
Or you
no.
just play it one
I
time
go
and then it's
home,
there
I
again?
pick up a guitar. I usually record the framework of the song. I'll record the 2 guitar parts. I'll send them out to everybody in the band. They'll listen to it. They'll learn the skeleton of the song, and then we'll get to practice. Everybody should know it by then. Chad figures out what he wants to do. Rob starts writing lyrics, and then we all make our own tweaks to whatever the skeleton I made was, and then we just go from there.
good answer.
That's a good formula. That's
Good answer.
that's what we.
mean,
That's
it's
pretty
worked
similar to.
That's how we set up an hour before they showed up, isn't
Yeah,
it?
right.
Yeah, man, can you play me?
So you already write the
Great
second
minds
guitar
think alike.
player's parts for him?
I usually start his parts for him, and he'll make whatever adjustments he wants to, but I usually give him a framework. So it's, I mean, everybody's free to make their own adjustments to their parts and stuff. I usually just give them a chording framework for what they're going to be doing.
Yeah, we're
them
definitely
run with
like
it.
we're definitely not one of those bands that like one person leads.
No, everybody.
band.
That's the thing. Like,
he's
I like
hey, you have to play this.
when
You
they
have to play that.
Yeah, when I say I make a skeleton, you know, the whole song ends up being a body. I just
Sure,
I'll
you
come
got
up
a
with rough
basic
idea.
chord progression
Yeah,
and
then
idea, and then
we all just pitch in.
yeah, and you go from there,
Practice,
right?
Some kind of rough
Chord progression
foundation.
could
We
be
never
a,
just try to show up and practice, and everybody just kind of throws everything in the middle. 'cause
Sure.
that gets,
Although,
That never works.
Although that has worked a couple
Sometimes,
times.
yeah.
It's
these
rare.
last two songs.
but you know you got something going good when that does work once in a while because it's rare.
Yeah.
So, you guys are the first band we've had on the Foul Mouth Owl Show. Let's give you guys a hand. I appreciate you guys coming out. So when the bands that are listening for the future, just know that you will be given a questionnaire or 2 or 3 to fill out. So we filled out those. These guys filled these questionnaires out. So we're talking about some of that stuff now. One of the things we asked you, what is the gayest thing a member has done? Watch 2 women go at it. Who was that?
any of us,
Everyone.
everyone in the band.
Oh,
probably?
the whole band. So you guys.
No, not at the same time. But
At the same time.
Why is that the
A
gayest
lot of
thing?
weird stuff happens at our
Yeah, that's
shows.
what I was
We've
like,
been
that wasn't
Is
noticing.
that during a show?
Yeah,
See, that's what
that
sucks
did happen
about
during the show.
being all the way in the back. I never really pay attention to
That's-
the crowd.
see,
Right,
we don't
that
see
happens. That
anybody.
happens.
see, we don't do anything homosexual. But when you asked me that question, I thought homosexuality, and that's the first thing I could come up with.
Well, if that's the most homo thing, you guys are definitely men. That's for sure.
yes.
I knew it.
Energy.
The most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to you on stage.
Homosexual stuff.
Rob showed up and sang.
Yeah,
That's true.
true.
What is your typical pre-show preparation? Drugs, alcohol, etc.
Really?
Colton prays. Dustin masturbates. Rob drinks a lot.
Yeah,
Chad is normally waking up from whatever sex coma he is in.
that's about right.
And John humps footballs. Why does John hump footballs?
Because he's not here to defend himself.
Exactly.
And
Man, that poor guy.
that's
He's
what
on
happens.
vacation. He's on
I
vacation,
feel bad
enjoying
for
life.
John,
He's
and I
not
don't even know the
working.
guy.
He's out hanging out. You know, drinking
Trying to
beers and
cover up
stuff.
for things they said for him.
John,
You know.
we love you so much, but
Yeah,
you
John.
got to stop fucking the football.
Well, look, that's. I'm glad you guys are doing that because you're setting the pace. Especially if you're another band and you're listening to the Foul Mouth Owl Show now. Know this: if you are scheduled for the Foul Mouth Owl Show, don't fucking stand me up because
Exactly.
you will be trashed. You'll never work in this fucking town again.
That's why I'm here, children.
You'll be finished.
to get trash.
You better show. We called these guys yesterday, last night, as a matter of fact,
I took it to the
and they're
last
here.
second to get here.
So
But I got here.
let's give it up for the Last Valorians for showing up in short notice.
Yeah!
Let's appreciate they didn't have nothing better going on. Yes.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Well, they're just starting out. These guys are kicking it off. They just got together this year. Met at the Highs Dairy Market.
But y'all
Picked up the
buying-
final member. He was working as a cashier. He said, "Fuck this place. I'm going to play music with you dicks." And they're out there.
That is
exactly
accurate,
what he said.
actually.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's pretty much. Yeah, he quit.
And then he
thereafter.
cheesed in the Slurpee machine, and now he plays bass for us.
Yeah, and
What's
he's
this shit?
also-
We were during the break. We were doing some skateboarding and scooting around the studio here. What's the deal here? It says here that Chad, or
Yeah, Chad.
Yeah,
Chad's a
that's me.
skateboard champion or something.
champion.
He
Yeah,
skated
okay.
from Florida from top to bottom or something,
Well, bottomed up. Key West to Jacksonville.
like Forrest Gump on wheels.
Yeah. Except
think I wrote
I
that.
left during hurricane season, which probably wasn't a
He
good
was
idea.
evacuated.
Was the wind at your back?
Yeah,
No,
right.
absolutely not. Pretty much all the way out of the Keys, I had like 25-mile-an-hour winds against me.
So he skated against a hurricane.
Crazy.
And what were you doing this for? Were you raising money for something or trying to get
no.
a ticket back
No,
to
I just-
Delaware?
I just felt like skating.
I just
Like,
kept
man, let's
skating.
ride.
No, I just,
off a
I mean, before I moved to Key West, I moved out to San Diego, and what I
That's what they do there?
do where?
In San Diego. They just fucking get
Yeah, your
people
fantasy's
ride.
busted, bro.
Yeah, they just ride.
I mean, I've been longboarding for a while, like since I was like 19 or whatever. But I've been
Okay.
I've been skateboarding.
I was gonna say that too.
I've been
The last time
I've been
I longboarded
skating.
was with a bony chicks. Both our ribs went. Brr, 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 brr. Sound like a washboard.
That's fantastic. Anyway,
So what the hell were you doing skating up and down Florida?
That's called wrong boarding.
Sorry, Mr. Albert.
you know, I one of my biggest influences when it comes to longboarding, pretty much what got me into longboarding, is Adam Colton. He's sponsored by Loaded Boards, and he's pretty much the shit.
Wait.
And-
Your hero has Colton in his name?
That's his friend.
Of course.
That's amazing.
Yeah, isn't that fucking weird?
I'm kidding. Keep going, man.
Anyway,
That's a good story.
so yeah, Adam Colton.
Man, tell us a story.
He's awesome. He's one of my favorite skaters. Anyway, he got me into longboarding, and he does these crazy. He actually has a series. It's called Long Treks on Skate Decks, and him and two other guys skate across. They skated across Peru into Bolivia.
Holy shit.
And
Sounds like a long way, but I'm bad with
yeah,
geography.
And now
it's
they're,
like all in Europe.
It's like an Asia.
yeah, Europe.
It's all of Europe.
It's like
And-
from here to Dover.
Yeah, it's like right down the street from here. It's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, man.
No, but,
15 miles. Come on.
And now they also have a new series out. They're skating across Morocco, and I've always wanted to do a long distance skate trip, and I just never had the chance to until I got to Key West. And I mean, I could have stayed there, but if I did, I would have had a shitty job and no friends.
So you moved here for...
Well, I mean, I've lived here like my entire life.
I'm getting ready to get on you.
But
Do you have a job
Make
here
it
now?
Clean.
Just playing music? What do you
no,
do?
get it.
no.
So you moved here for no job and shitty friends.
Good trade-off.
No,
good trade-off.
but yeah, I always wanted to go on a long distance skate trip, so I figured I'd try to make it from Key West all the way back to Maryland. That didn't work. So
What happened, Forrest?
It was free. You had no ingenuity.
I stopped skating.
Yeah, I'd like to go home now.
Actually, it was.
That was good.
It was definitely not free.
It was definitely free
No.
because you would have won, motherfucker.
bullshit, sir. And I will.
Oh, he called me sir.
I will tell you why.
Damn!
I'll tell you why
man.
it wasn't free. I spent an ass ton of money on this trip.
Is there a
like,
value on that?
yeah, an ass ton.
2,000 pounds of ass worth.
Take whatever's in your back pocket.
About
Add a lot.
Okay.
7 Curix.
About $8.
About
You know what
7
they said? He
doubloons.
spent $8 a thought on this motherfucker.
I hate it.
But no, I like as far as like gear and like just the board and everything went, like I spent like over $1,000.
So how long did it take you?
From Key West to Jacksonville, 2 weeks.
God damn.
Yeah, which
It took everybody
it's-
else a day and a half.
It's
Far,
not that
man.
bad.
He was last,
like
but he made it.
500 miles.
He's
Seriously.
like this.
It's how many?
Oh my god! I
500
got a
miles.
half electric bike.
500 miles. So let's see if you
How many
go.
shoes did you go through?
Oh man,
Digging.
I can't even tell you how fucked up my shoes
kind
were
of
at the
shoes?
end of the trip.
Imagine.
Night.
Van slip-ons.
Yeah, Van slip-ons. I love them.
They were
They're awesome.
annihilated at the end of my trip.
Sure.
Were they
You need to do a
checkerboard?
commercial.
Yep.
I had the
Yep, black and
checkerboards.
white
They're
ones.
awesome.
Oh,
Just like
we
Spicoli
remember
and
them.
fucking
Yeah,
I
right.
mean, towards the
skull.
yeah, Fast Time at Ridgemont High.
but towards the end of the trip, they were just duct tape, and holy, it was bad.
Do we have
Like-
blisters?
He spent an
Oh
ass
no!
ton on.
Well, I mean, I've skated for a long time.
So let's see.
I-
It was
I'm
500
used to it.
miles, and it took you 2 weeks. That's 250 miles a week. 7 days. That ain't much, dude. You were traveling pretty slow. Would you stop at every bar on the way?
Holiday Inn.
You know what? I should have.
Women
Because
stop
it probably would
Yeah.
have motivated.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Are
No,
you
I
that
mean-
dork that's skating the fucking state? Come here, let me suck your dick.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, like this. Hey, check me out. I'm famous.
Honestly, I have some.
Look at
I have
me.
a pretty crazy story about when I was in Miami. Like before I left on the skate trip, I started an event down in Key West to skate, like get a lot of longboarders together and just skate around the island, and that went pretty well. I got these dudes from a local company in South Beach called Skatin' to come down, and they gave me like a bunch of free shit. And once I got to
They were like
Miami-
sponsoring you.
Yeah, well, kind
The
of.
longest long border I've ever
Yeah,
had to deal with was Tibet.
Tibet.
Okay.
But moving on. Once I got to Miami, into South Beach, the dude Jesus.
What? Hey, what's
Yeah,
up,
oddly enough.
Jesus.
Oddly enough.
Oh yeah.
Oddly enough, his name was Jesus.
Cuban or
night-
Mexican?
Did you go? Hey,
Cuban.
Cuban.
Yeah.
Cuban.
Cuban.
Kuban.
Friends with him?
But no, I didn't know any of these guys. But anyways,
I'm not really friends with
This
him.
again. This was BB before band.
yeah, this is before the band. Anyway, once I got into Miami, I met up with him because he was like, yeah, once you skate up here, you can just crash at my place for a couple days. I know you're going to be tired once you got out of the Keys, which I was. And so I called him up, and he was like, hey, yeah, just meet me. Just give me the location wherever you are, and I'll come pick you up. And I was like, okay, cool. So I told him, pick me up, and he was in like this big hurry. I don't know what it is about him, or just maybe just Cubans in general. I don't want to sound racist, and I don't.
What? He wanted
I
to
don't-
smoke a cigar?
No,
Oh,
no.
come on, man!
No,
I
he
need
was
to
just-
go,
he
man.
was in,
Let's
like-
go, man! You fucking,
He was
you
in-
fucking piece of fucking shit!
He was
I
in
need
a-
to smoke a fucking cigar.
He was
you
in
fucking
a
dick. That's what they
huge.
did.
He was in a huge hurry
Yeah, you need to smoke a
to
cigar.
like he had to get like one of his like something from his like a product of his to a client who was
He's
flying.
delivering cocaine.
Well, I mean, it was a land.
You're like,
battle,
sounds like
but-
you're beating around the bush
Yeah,
on this.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he had,
delivering
he had
a
package. He had a package. No, it was a land paddle for longboarding.
Ah.
And
Quote unquote out.
he had to get it to this chick who was flying out to New York that night. So he was in like this big rush, and we ended up on this back road towards his shop. Ran a red light and stop sign. Sorry, ran straight through a stop sign. And as we did, I looked out his window
Does
and
it
saw a
change
cop
every
just
time?
sitting there.
Every time.
And I
it
was like,
changes.
"Fuck!" I'm pretty sure he's
Last
gonna
time
come
it was
after
a
us.
train. Right.
What? You guys saying he changes his story?
I
every
have
time?
never heard this story.
Yeah. I think this is the first time I've ever
Come
told
on
these
now.
guys this
Okay.
story.
Mark's just making up shit as
And,
usual.
I
I'm gonna
promise,
do it. I already-
promise this is exactly what happened.
I've heard the Jesus story. Keep going.
Okay, Colton's heard it, but whatever.
Oh, damn! See, you take
So
up for your
anyway.
friend, he fucks
Well,
you
we
up.
got it on tape. He can't say
Yeah.
it different next time,
So anyway, the cop,
or you'll have
sure
proof.
enough, pulls us over. Jesus starts freaking the fuck out, and he turns to me. He's like, "Dude, I don't know what the fuck we're gonna do. I have a bag of pills, some cocaine, and a lot of medical marijuana on me that I'm not supposed to have." And I was like, "Fuck, I'm gonna go to jail for this stupid asshole." I thought we were fucked for sure. So the cop comes up and Jesus is like, "Hey, I don't have my ID. I think it's back at my shop. I'm really in a hurry to get one of my products to a client who's flying out tonight." And the cop was cool enough to follow us to his shop. I went in, we got there. He pulled us over again. So the cop comes up and Jesus is like, "Yeah, I still can't find my ID. I have my bank card though, and it should have my name on it." So Jesus hands the cop his bank card, and it was a brand new card, so it didn't have his name on it. So all it said was preferred customer on it. And the cop, yeah, this is where I was like,
Like a
yeah,
Sam's
we're,
Club card or
yeah, I was
Yeah.
like, we're definitely fucked, because the cop looks at it and he's like, your preferred customer?" And Jesus is like, "Oh no, man, blah 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 blah," just like freaking the fuck out.
I'd have grabbed a whole bunch of shit
So,
and said, "Fucking A,
yeah,
man,
so
I
the
love
cop-
this shit."
Cop looks at me. He goes, "You run inside, get whatever you need to get, bring it back out here immediately." I was like, "Okay, I will." And I like the whole time I was.
You
just like,
bolted?
"Dude." No,
No.
I didn't. All my shit was in Jesus'
Oh.
car, so like I couldn't exactly like,
Scram.
yeah, just grab that shit. But so I went and picked up the land paddle from his shop, came out, and there are 3 other cops outside, but they're all like hanging out laughing. And I was like, "What the fuck is going on?" So I walk up, and the first cop that pulled us over was like, yeah, I was talking to your friend here. I know who you are. I heard about you on the radio." And he was like, "Yeah, you guys just get out of here. Just be careful driving, and you have a safe trip."
See, you
up the
saved
coast." And I was
Jesus
like,
being famous,
yeah,
semi-famous.
I was like, "Holy shit!" It was nuts. So,
yeah, you don't want to
that
be in somebody's car when they get arrested for having drugs. That's
Yeah,
for
all that
sure.
shit.
Especially if he
Think?
puts it under your seat when you're sitting there.
Yeah, or
up your ass.
or if the
But
cops,
mine-
or if the cops.
Yeah, or up your ass.
It's Chad's shit.
hide this in
Mine.
the butthole.
Stop it!
Quaalude for your bone.
Or if the cop's just an asshole, he can charge you with anything he finds.
Exactly. So I was freaking out. But hey, I didn't get arrested, so that's
Let's
pretty cool.
see. What is the topic of most arguments within the band? So I got 3 answers.
Him speaking out all the time.
So
Overtalking
you guys
people.
will have to debate this. Song direction, practice time, or who gets punched in the balls first?
Who gets punched in the balls
Who
first?
gets punched in the balls first, please?
Definitely that one.
All right, who does?
It's got to be Johnny's not
And
here.
normally,
See,
and
we
whoever
actually-
says the
it's-
stupidest thing in practice
Gets punched in the
mostly
balls.
gets punched in the
But-
balls.
But who's the stupidest?
Actually, when you get punched, I had to stop the ball punching a little bit because John is concerned that he will never be able to procreate, and I got to give that to him. So if he ever wants to have kids
That's
and he
true.
can't, it's gonna be my fault. So I got to stop punching him in the balls.
And I said something dumb. I got punched in the balls, and I
did.
pretty much had to carry him in like the front part of the shopping cart when I went grocery shopping that night. Dude,
When I hit you
just
in the
got
balls,
a piece
I'm not
of it, man.
playing.
It was bad. Like it was throbbing basketball size, just
He
chilling.
need to
It
put
was-
his balls in the big
not
What, he
seat.
got you?
Oh yeah.
I got him because
He's gotten everybody.
We were at a gig,
Except me.
So if you guys are opening up for the Last Valorians, you better wear a cup.
Yeah.
That's
Colton
right.
will punch
Yeah.
you in the balls
Yeah,
if you do
Colton-
something stupid.
And Colton's got
Wow.
big guns. You do not want that to
Yeah,
happen.
Colton's.
Colton will bust your ass
Last
in
Valorian
an
without
ass.
punching the
Right.
balls.
Where's that one guy that's real tough that couldn't make it tonight?
John.
He's out
Oh,
fishing.
he's so tough, man.
John's out fishing.
He's out fishing like a
That's
real
why
man.
I'm here tonight
Yeah.
because what's it, John?
John.
Says here
Yeah,
that
I'm here, but-
says here that John is the guy that has the biggest junk in the band.
Does he?
More than
How
likely.
you?
Yeah, no, that's
No, more
true.
than likely.
Probably John.
Yeah, that's true.
I would say
How
that
do you
he gets
know?
nervous and doesn't say anything, so all the blood rushes out of his head, and I guess that's the reason.
There's no blood
probably.
in his head, so.
Yeah.
Soft or
He
hard,
kinda-
kids?
Well,
Soft
John's
or
not
hard?
here, or we could have you guys compare with Miss Ashley being a judge. But
Yeah.
Miss Ashley has
There
a
we go.
One thing I
Wrong
do,
tour.
we got we're
Yeah, right.
trying to get Miss Ashley to do something fun here.
Yeah,
but
John's-
she's all for it. Just John's
She's
just
got
not.
to do it or she
Yeah,
gets the
John's
shock
not
collar.
So you know what? Maybe we should make like a title belt for these guys and give it to the one that's here that has the biggest
Right. Or
jump.
we'll compare all year long, and I'll keep track.
Does,
Yeah.
it, does it grow during the year? Because that
No.
would be awesome.
Yeah, yeah.
No, we
cheating.
could
We can make like a bracket contest.
Ashley could take
Yeah,
a
yeah.
measurements and then add them up, and then each band.
Who has like the biggest average
biggest
size?
size,
Oh,
yeah.
great.
Or I can just add it all up.
Our band won the Big Dick Award.
Yeah, right? Well, we would like to preface that by
The
saying that
Ashley
it is
Smack
about 32
Large
degrees
Cock
down
Award,
here in the basement.
2011.
Yeah,
and everybody
right.
knows what happens when it's cold.
I turned the
so-
air conditioner off, by
Yeah.
the way.
We
Still
have
32
the largest
degrees.
combined cock.
Yeah, you
Out of
see
every
my
other-
girlfriend.
It's not about
you
length,
shit
it's about
yourself.
girth.
Yeah, exactly.
they call me tuna can.
Tuna can.
Why? Is it so
We call
round?
Mark's nickname is Puck.
Just think.
Yeah, it's this fat, but it's that long.
It looks like so it
Squeaky
looks like
subs.
somebody glued a portobello to your.
Oh, portobello mushroom, hey!
Portobello.
And guess
A big
what?
portobello.
That's what it is. Somebody glued a portobello mushroom.
So which one of
to
you
his
guys
ass.
is slept with the ugliest groupie?
You.
Well, does that count lights on or lights off? Because you can't always tell.
Yeah.
Nah, if you
Honestly,
know that
honestly,
you
I
fucked
will-
somebody
I will
ugly,
say this.
speak it.
I will say this.
Yeah.
Attractiveness is only a light switch away.
Yeah, well, you're a
So
horn
that
dog.
being said, it was Rob.
Yep, he's a horn dog. He
I
don't
hope
give a
you
shit.
lost your sense
Amy,
of
I'm
smell.
sorry.
I'm kidding. It wasn't Rob.
Rob said it's Chad or John. Rob said it's Chad or
Look,
John.
this fucking guy.
Well, see, John's
So
not
which
here to
one is
defend
it?
himself.
That's why I wrote John.
Yeah.
I don't really. No.
I don't know. I think actually we're pretty choosy about that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
We don't have ugly groupies.
Well,
There we go.
Actually, I don't
I
think
just
that we do.
One of my ugly groupies looking at.
It had to be John then.
all right.
yeah.
Well, you guys have a CD out. What's the name of your CD?
It's not official CD, but we call it the DP EP, the double penetrating EP.
Okay. And so it's not officially released yet.
No.
Is that correct?
No, not yet.
Not officially released. We have we have a copy of a handful of songs here, and we're gonna go ahead and play a couple of them. Then we're gonna come right back. We're gonna have the payoff for Yo Rappa Rappa. You guys, sorry, we're new to this shit, so we'll be right back with that. And also, looks like Mr. Salta Relish has showed up. We can let him hear his email since he wasn't here for it earlier. We'll be right back after this tune.
The wait is over. The time has come. Sit back, enjoy the life that you've been running changes all. The world is over. What's done is done. Sit back, enjoy the life that you've been taken from. The image shatters. You come undone. Twisted pieces fall against the dying sun. The battle's over. 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 The room is closing. The sacred place. With bloodshot mind, I see the outline of your face. These weather changes, hold on another day. No shape disguised, I'd live to die another way. And in the end, the weather changes all. Divided we all stand, but together we will fall. And in the end, the weather changes all. And in the end, the weather changes all. Divided we all stand, but together we will fall. And in the end, the weather changes all. And in the end, the weather changes all.
This is Ronnie Giovanni telling you to join the Foul Mouth Owl Army. All you got to do is ask your favorite venue owner to host the next Foul Mouth Owl show. It's great publicity and we can even bring the entertainment. Give them our number 302-423-0276 or email us information to foulmouthowl@yahoo.com. So you think you got what it takes to rock the stage, mic, or radio? Give us a call at the Foul Mouth Owl Show. We'll listen to what you got and direct you to the producers who can help, or we may just play your music straight on the air. Send your demo to foulmouthowl@yahoo.com or call 302-423-0276. This is Ronnie Giovanni.